What's up, guys? Obviously, it's Captain Obvious, and welcome to the Armory. And this is the finale of the carbine episodes for this series. I'm happy to get done with these weapons and move on to a new class of weapons later. Now, let me know down in the comment section what class of weapons you want me to move on to in the future for next episode on Saturday. Now, for all you guys who came over from Jitter's video, this will be the first time you guys get to see what an actual Captain Obvious weapon review is like. Disclaimer, it is nothing like what I did for Drifter in his video, so I hope you guys are looking forward to this, and let's get into it. So you unlock this weapon after receiving a total of 40,000 engineer score in the engineer class. The weapon also shares all unlocks and kills for your statistics with the M4A1, which is the starting carbine for the engineer class for the American side. To begin with, let's go to the statistics for the M4 carbine. The damage on this weapon is 25 to 14.3 with a drop-off beginning at 8 meters and ending at 50 meters. Shots to kill in core mode are going to be 4 to 7, and then in hardcore mode, that's going to drop down to 3 to 5 shots to kill. Alright, so common to all the carbines in the category, except for the Scar H and the ACWR, the damage is 25 to 14.3. Nothing special here, 4 to 7 shot kill, pretty standard for the carbine class, and the entire game, as a matter of fact. You know, assault rifles are 1 shot less to kill at range. LMGs tend to be 1 shot less, or even 2 shots if it's a heavier machine gun such as the PKP or the M240 Bravo. So the M4 has a decent time to kill, mixed with its higher rate of fire, which is exactly the same as the M4A1, the A891, and, you know, pretty comparable to other weapons such as the G36C and the ACWR. So, you know, look out for that time to kill. It's a little quick, but it's not as fast as other weapons. The rate of fire is 800 rounds per minute. Muzzle velocity is 580 meters per second. Maximum range is 870 meters. You can fire the weapon on burst fire mode and semi-automatic mode, no automatic fire. And the suppressive effect is 7.0%. So in this category of statistics, the M4 has a lot going for it. High rate of fire, high muzzle velocity, long range, but the only downside to this weapon is the fact that you cannot fire it on fully automatic mode. But luckily, for most of the burst fire weapons in Battlefield 3, you can overburst them, and if you pull the trigger fast enough, you can reach rate of fire speeds of 800 rounds per minute. You may not be able to hit it all the way, maybe 750, 730, things like that, but you can still pull that trigger fast enough to get those rate of fire speeds up really high to be able to defend yourself in closer range. It is not the best weapon in close range. It's definitely outclassed by the MTAR, the M4A1, and things like that. But if you pull that trigger fast enough, you can still stand a chance in closer range. That maximum range and muzzle velocity are great additions for this weapon because of its longer range potential, and that's where actually the weapon is suited to the most in combat situations. Reload speeds are 1.90 and 2.60 seconds on empty. Cancel time reloads are 1.425 and 1.95. Threshold is 0.75 and the magazine size is 30 rounds plus 1 in the chamber. Now, just further adding to the plus sides of the M4 is this reload speed. Having the second quickest reload speed on, with still having a bullet in the chamber in the carbine class next to the ACWR is a huge, huge bonus for the M4. Being lacking in terms of power in closer range, that quick reload will let you sort of be able to compete at closer range because you don't have to worry about a long reload making you vulnerable. The recoil for the first shot is 2.8x, center speed is 18.0, recoil up is 0.28, left pull is 0.075, and right pull is 0.225. Accuracy is awesome for this weapon. The aim down sight accuracy is the best in the carbine class, except for, you know, the Scar H. But it's still amazing. It's comparable to that of an assault rifle, as a matter of fact, making the weapon very, very accurate. Now, as you can see with the recoil demonstration, the primary recoil and pretty much the only recoil on the M4 is vertical. And I'm pulling the trigger extremely fast in this demonstration, and you can just see how powerful that vertical recoil actually is on this weapon. In the combination of the constant first shot recoil and that high vertical recoil, it gets out of control sometimes. Just limit your fire rate, it's pretty easy to do. Now, let's go to my recommended attachments for the M4. There are only 2 of them, but they are very powerful options that augment the power of this weapon even more. So the heavy barrel unlocked at 80 kills will increase your vertical recoil to 0.332, resulting in a 15% increase. It will increase drop-off distance to 75 meters, increase muzzle velocity to 650 meters per second, which is a 12% increase. It will decrease aim down sight spread by 75%, but increase hipfire spread by 25%. Alright, so the heavy barrel is the best attachment hands down for when using the M4. It increases its range even more, it increases its muzzle velocity, and makes the weapon that much more powerful at longer ranges. It also increases its already amazing accuracy for a carbine, that is, to .050, which is awesome in terms of aim down sight accuracy. Great attachment, I couldn't recommend it anymore, but you may see me using a certain different attachment in this slot from time to time, and that is the Flash Suppressor. Unlocked at 175 kills will decrease your vertical recoil to .224, which is a 20% decrease. It will also increase your hipfire spread by 20%, which is the one downside to this attachment. The Flash Suppressor is one of those attachments that a lot of people really don't go with because of the controllability and the ease of use of controlling that vertical recoil. So, you know, I like to recommend the Flash Suppressor. It's a great option, it adds to the controllability of the weapon, but since vertical recoil is so easy to control, it's not the most viable attachment for the M4. I like it on this weapon, I know a lot of people like it on this weapon as well, but theoretically, the heavy barrel may be a better option for you guys. So now, let's go around recommended class setup for the M4. So the M4's attachments are going to be the Cobra Sight and the heavy barrel. The Cobra Sight provides great peripheral vision, and the heavy barrel, like I said before, provides you with great bonuses to the medium range power of the M4. So for those of you who are new around here, this part of the video is where I go over the practical use of the weapon, and where I usually talk about some awesome new strategies for the weapon, some good tactics and things like that. This is more the strategy-based thing where I base all the statistics and bring them into a more practical use and strategical use of the weapon. Statistics are good for understanding how the weapon works, but the only way you'll get better at the game is knowing how to use the weapon in combat, which is where this section of the video comes in. So the M4 is a great weapon, no denying that at all. The one thing that I can make a comparison to is the M16A4. The M4 is the most comparable to that weapon in the assault rifle category. There's only one advantage that the M16A4 has over this weapon, and that is its longer range damage. 18.4 compared to the 14.3 on the M4 makes it a 6-shot kill instead of the 7-shot kill in the M4. It's a little bit of a weakness in terms of longer range power because of the comfortability that you have when using the M4 at longer ranges. So don't let that get you discouraged in the fact that the M4 is not as good at longer ranges. But always remember, the M4 is pretty much a pocket assault rifle in the carbine category. It functions pretty much identically to a lot of the assault rifles with its rate of fire, muzzle velocity, damage, longer range potential, and capability. The M4 and the M4A1, which is its other weapon, pretty much the same exact weapon in the carbine category, they are pocket assault rifles, I like to call them. Carbines are smaller versions of the assault rifles in some cases, and the M4 and the M4A1 all define this factor. They are very nice weapons in a small compact package that the carbines in the engineer class offer you. So now in terms of attachments, the heavy barrel is a great attachment for the weapon. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Making this weapon greater at medium range is what the heavy barrel does best. Great attachment. Flash suppressor you can add in there as well if you want to do it. Remember, you can't have both of them at the same time, so you can't have a heavy barrel and flash suppressor attached. Just remember, it all comes down to personal preference in the end and what works out for you guys the best. But all I can say is the Cobra Sight is a great sight on this weapon, but it's also another alternative is the American Hollow Sight. It's another great optical attachment if you guys want to use that attachment instead of the Cobra Sight. So that is it for today's episode of the Armory. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video and you got some insight into how the M4 should be properly used on the battlefield. Now, yet again, for all of you guys who are new around here, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you got to see what exactly I do for my weapon reviews and what my style is. It's more of a mix between practical use and statistics. I feel like it's a great way to review a weapon. I always relate in-game strategies to statistics because that's what backs up strategies. What the weapon does in terms of numbers. So, you know, all in all, hope you guys enjoyed this video and you like my style. That's all I want to know is if you guys liked it, and I need all of your feedback down in the comment section below to improve this video series in the future. But for next time, I need to know what class of weapons you guys want me to review next. Let me know in the comment section down below so I can prepare for that right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, remember to give it a like. It helps out a lot in terms of knowing what Armory episodes you guys like the best. Follow me on Twitter. The link is down in the description. And as always, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.